What is up, you guys? It's Aisling. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing first impressions on foundation. It's been a hot minute since I've done that. I think probably over a year. I'm actually buzzing for today's first impressions because this foundation, I have been dying for it to launch. As soon as I saw it, I was like, I have to get a hold of that. It arrived yesterday and I think it took like a day. It was so quick. So what am I actually talking about? It is the new Sculpted by Amy Cream Cushion Foundation. It's just gone 8:30, so I'm going to try and wear this for as close to 12 hours as possible, and I'll do my regular check-ins throughout the day like always. So with all that being said, let's get this bad boy on my face. So I'm just going to read some of the claims on the website. Build-to-Win formula allows you to custom your coverage from light to full. Innovative mesh technology gives you complete control over how much you apply. Bouncy silk flexible finish. It's lightweight. It has skincare infused with polymers, vitamin E, SPF 30, and a little compact. It's a reliable design, built-in puff, and on-the-go touch-up. This has also been designed or formulated in Korea. It also comes in 30 shades, which I think is amazing. So hopefully there's something for everyone. Normally I am the shade 4.5 in the second skin, but they didn't have just a 4.5. It was 4.5N or 4.5W, so I went with N. I'm just going to apply some primer on this side and nothing on the other side. I'm just using the e.l.f. Power Grip primer. This is what the packaging looks like. It's in a plastic container and then you just press it open. If I can get it open. Oh my god, struggle is real. This is what the inside of it looks like. It comes with this little sponge here. Oh, the sponge is super soft. And then like every cushion foundation has this little flip lid to obviously keep the product inside. And then let's tear this off. This is like the most satisfying thing ever. Ooh. So obviously you press the cushion to release the product and then apply it to your face. As I have this little applicator here, I'm just going to try it out. So I'm just going to press it into the product. Okay, it's really spongy. I don't know if you can see that. It's kind of like moving the product. Let's just go in with the chin first. So you can see that it is giving a bit of coverage there. I think the shade is probably spot on. I feel like this is probably better for top-ups. I don't really like applying my foundation with this. I'm just going to go in with my foundation brush first. I think that is probably the best way to apply this product. Oh my god, it's so messy already. That's definitely given better coverage than that sponge. This is definitely more of a medium coverage foundation. It's not really that light and it's not really full coverage. I'm gonna go in with the sponge just for the last little application just to see does that make any difference. I just find this cushion thing so strange but satisfying at the same time. It blends out really easy. It's like my skin, only better. I really like the radiance that it's giving my skin. It's making it look real fresh. It's in between the skin tint and the second skin. It's like in the middle there. It wouldn't be as full coverage as skin tint and it wouldn't be as light coverage as the hydro tint, but I really like the finish of this and I think it's quite glowy on my skin. I have the fear because I'm quite oily that it's going to break down the product, but we will see how we get on. So that is just what my skin looks like with one application. Obviously you can go in and build up any areas that you feel like need extra coverage. And I'm going to obviously be powdering this down. I also will say at this point I haven't noticed any difference between the primed and unprimed side. It's more so for the longevity and like, will the gripping primer hold on to it for longer? Am I noticing it wearing down? But just as it applied, I've not noticed any difference. I'm hearing the baby after waking up, so that's me done for now. I'm gonna go tend to him and then I'll finish off the rest of the face, come back to you guys and discuss how powders and cream products or whatever I decide to put on my skin, how they all layer on top. So I'm back after applying all of my other products to my face. I'm enjoying how everything sat on top of it. I was kind of a bit worried when I went to go and set it with powder that it would maybe cake a little bit. I'm really enjoying everything about this foundation so far. I love the way it looks on my skin. It is slightly creasing on this side. I've just noticed it's gone into my smile lines, not on this side. I don't know if that's anything to do with the primer. I am also noticing just a little bit of creasing just in between the brow. I have a bit of an issue with a line there anyway, and products sometimes do sit in it, so I'm not overly concerned. For pressed powder, I'm using an OG. I haven't used this in ages. The Rimmel Stay Matte Pressed Powder in Silky Beige. If you guys are long time watchers, you'll know that I've worn this for years and years and I just picked it up today. For eyes, I just picked up a neutral palette in my collection. It's the Kylie Bronze palette and I just used this through my crease This one just to kind of deepen up the outer corner, and then a little bit of brown just to kind of smoke it out. This on the inner portion, and then just the cream underneath my brow. Using a cream bronzer, and this is the Melted bronzer from number 17. This is in Toffee Glow, and just use that around the perimeters of my face. I'm using a blush which is my new holy grail. I am obsessed with this. It's the Catrice Blushing Charm Multi-Stick. This is in the shade number 40, Sparkle Lover. I am wearing Morphe lip liner in Makeup Talk and Blankety lipstick. And I think that's pretty much everything. So that's just what the foundation's looking like on my skin. It's just a teeny bit of creasing here. I don't know if it's evident on camera. And just here, I can just see it in person a bit better. But it looks really nice and fresh. Check in another couple of hours, just see how everything's wearing and what it looks like. I'll talk to you in a bit. Check in number 1 of the day. It's just gone 12:30, so I said that that was a good amount of time. I feel it a little bit heavier than when I first applied it, but that just might be my oils coming through, especially in this area here and on my chin. And yeah, in between my brows, my oils are definitely coming in strong. This is not that type of foundation though that's supposed to be like oil controlling or anything like that. It is just a cushion foundation. Other than some skincare properties, it's not like oil controlling. If you are oily, just to beware of that. It still looks amazing. I'm really liking it, and I like the feel of it on my skin, but I don't think I love it as much at this stage as the second skin. I swear every time I sit down, one of the kids is looking for me. It is 4 hours of wear. I generally think that once you get to 8 hours, you're doing well if the foundation looks good. I'm not going to powder at this stage because I'm going to give it a little bit more time just to see what it does look like without kind of powdering. Don't like to add too much powder throughout the day because it just makes your foundation look slightly cakey or heavy. Perhaps maybe a finishing spray would have worked a little bit better. So there is the foundation up close. Like, it does look really good. Still like the look of it, and I'm happy with it. It hasn't creased any further than what it did when I first updated you guys. I've noticed no difference from the primed or unprimed side, just that there's slightly less creasing on this side, but I don't know if that's just like expressed more on this side and tend to have creasing more. So that's kind of all I have to say at this point of the day. I wouldn't expect massive changes, so it'll be the next check-in that I'm kind of keen to see how it's wearing and how it's looking. So I'll talk to you then. It's just gone 3:30 on the darkest day in the world, so we're at the 8-hour mark now, thankfully. I've just put my ring light in front of me, so if the light looks a bit funny, it's just, I just can't believe it's 3:30 in the beginning of October and we're in darkness. Anyway, so for 8 hours of wear, this is what we're looking like. I am a little bit oily, I'm not gonna lie. I need a lot more around my nose, in between my brows, and the chin area. What the hell's that on my chin? To be honest, I'm not too disappointed in the fact it looks a bit oilier because it is 8 hours into the wear. It hasn't worn off anywhere, which is what I'm most kind of excited about. Definitely think this is a foundation for me that I will have to bring a powder, or I will have to use a setting spray. A setting spray might just help. Show you up close what it looks like before I powder down. The ring light is probably enhancing the shine a bit more, but I've had my glasses on and it hasn't really worn away that much around my nose. And then you can just see like where the oiliness is. I think that the prime side looks a lot better than the unprimed, just with regards to shininess, or maybe it's both the same. I think if you have dry skin, you're going to really like this because it's a lot of hydration in it and it's giving a lot of moisture back into the skin. I'm just going to powder down. This isn't adding like extra like cakiness or anything when I add my powder. So you can see that that's kind of brought it back a bit because I'm not as shiny. Yeah, I'm really happy with this foundation. The way it looks on my skin, it looks so good. The way it hasn't worn down, and like I said, any of the creasing that I've noticed that's been there from earlier, there hasn't been much more. The only complaint, if I had one, is that I need to powder or use a setting spray with this. I don't actually think I'd need to top up the product so much as just reduce the oiliness. Like, adding a bit of powder isn't that big of a deal if the finish looks this good. I'm very, very happy. Anyway, I'll check in with you guys around 12 hours and we'll see what we're looking like then. We've made it to the 12-hour mark. I am so ready to take my makeup off, chill out for the evening. Final thoughts on this foundation, that it's looking pretty good. So from the last time that I powdered, we are just getting a little bit oily again. I just think that that's going to be a problem for me with this foundation. But it's not breaking down the foundation. It's not actually taking any of the wear away. So you can see the foundation up close. Obviously it is still a little bit oily, but look, I'm not really that disappointed in it because it has held up. It hasn't broken down on the skin and faded away. It's looking still pretty decent. I'm very, very happy with this coverage still. Okay, I'm a little bit oily, but there's nothing that a pressed powder can't solve. My final thoughts on this foundation is it's a really great formula. I'm really enjoying it. Just like the other products from Sculpted by Amy. I love the Second Skin. It's one of my favorite face products, and I also love their tinted face base. I think that's amazing as well. But this is a really, really great product. I love how compact it is and really easy to travel with. The packaging is not my favorite. I just find it really hard to get into. Someone described this as a Polly Pocket, and now I can't unsee it. So that's the only little bit of constructive criticism I want to give about it. The packaging is not the best. I don't know if it's me, but I'm finding it so hard to get into it all the time. Like, you should just be able to press the button and it just pops up. But for some reason it doesn't. I have to like stick my nails in underneath it. I also forgot to mention this earlier, but this product, the actual foundation, pops out itself, so you can buy refills. I will say that the shade is great. The foundation itself has held up pretty well. Like I said, the only thing I need to do is kind of like powder down my face from time to time throughout the day. I think that you will enjoy this if you have drier skin. If you're oily or oily combo like I am, this may not suit you as much unless you don't really mind the topping up of powder, or you know, putting powder on throughout the day. But it doesn't get cakey. The foundation doesn't feel heavy now at this stage of the day either. And all in all, first impressions, I really enjoy it. Cannot wait to try this out for a little bit longer and give you a little bit more of a review of it. I'll probably do that on TikTok. So there are all my final thoughts on the foundation. If you guys have tried it, what do you think of it? If you're having a similar kind of experience like I'm having with just the little bits of oiliness, like what did you do? Did you use just like a fixing spray, or are you just topping it up with powder throughout the day? I'd love to like hear your tips as well. Thank you so much guys for watching this first impressions. I hope you enjoyed it, and if there's any other foundations that I need to be trying and do a first impressions on, please let me know, and I'll talk to you all in my next video. Love you all. Mwah. Bye.